for Brightest National Agric Science Contest, courtesy OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
For over 100 years, OCP Africa, the global leader in phosphate production, has led the way in sustainable agriculture and animal feed development by offering tailored fertilizer solutions suited to local conditions and crop requirements. With strong presence in African countries, OCP Africa will continue to support human capital growth needed to eradicate food and nutrition insecurity through initiatives such as Brightest National Agric Science Quiz Contest. OCP Africa, committed to our continent.
Mother Nature has blessed us with abundance, providing all we need, ensuring that access to wholesome foods remains everyone's right. And at Black Country Farms, we're committed to ensuring every man, woman, and child gets the nourishment they deserve. Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Agriculture is the bedrock of economic growth and poverty eradication in many developing countries. The Nigerian agricultural sector contributes significantly to the GDP of the country. This is Brightest, and welcome to the semi-finals. Our sincere gratitude goes to you, our viewers, our funders, for all your support so far in our quest to raise 100 million naira for the education of these bright minds. We would never have made it this far without you. And today, we get to see 9 of the top 27 students who made it to the semi-finals. Without further ado, let's meet our 9 semi-finalists for today.
My strength is to make people out of the poverty they are. I've witnessed so many things in seeing people dying of poverty, corruption, and all other immoral acts, and I wish to stop it.
I love working towards my goal and achieving it. My weakness is accepting defeat from my fellow mates.
My strength is finding new opportunities and then doing intensive research to develop this interest. And my weakness is allowing this new interest and opportunities to affect the things that I naturally do before.
My strength is properly and efficiently making the best out of any environment or situation I find myself in. And my weakness is giving too much importance to little things that don't really matter.
I'm good at relating with people and leading, but my weakness is that I usually display reluctance in taking up challenging responsibilities.
My strength is trying to get the solution to a problem, and my weakness is not being able to make a practical use of the solution.
My strength is that I always know how to evaluate the situation and come out to the right outcome, but my weakness is that I'm not that good in physical contact sports.
My strength is the intellectual capacity to think in different ways of solving a problem, while my weakness is the silly mistakes I make when solving the problem.
My strength takes its source from my compassion. I have a very compassionate nature. And my weakness also is directed at the fact that I am compassionate as well. Sometimes it clouds my sense of judgment.
And there they are, our 9 semi-finalists for today. Which of them will get the biggest slice of the scholarship fund? We'll find out right after the break.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms. Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Welcome back to Brightest, National Agric Science Quiz Contest, and it's still the semi-finals. Brightest Minds. How do you feel being here today at the semi-finals? Bilal?
I'm still overwhelmed, yes.
Apostle?
I feel good.
Okay, I'd like to remind you all about the rules of the game. Between questions 1 to 10, you have a joker that you can use on any question. If you answer the question correctly, 200 yields will be added to your bond. You also cannot fail 3 questions consecutively. You will get a warning if you fail 2 questions consecutively, and you have to get the 3rd question right in order to stay in the competition. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's play Brightest. I'll be starting off today with number base. Question 1 for 25 yields. If 341 base 5 Irish potatoes is multiplied by 32 base 5 sweet potatoes, what is the total? 40321 base 5, 23012 base 5, 13042 base 5, 32102 base 5. The correct answer is 23012 base 5. Jimo, you answered correctly in the fastest amount of time. You get to select our next topic.
Reproduction.
Subtopics, male and female.
Female.
Female reproduction. For 40 yields, fertilization takes place in the dash. Vestibule, vagina, ureter, oviduct. Fertilization takes place in the dash. The correct answer is oviduct. Ima, Kamsi, Bilal, Habib, Jesse, Neye, and Oladayo got that one correctly, and you all split 40 yields. A round of applause for them, please. Oladayo, would you like to select the next topic?
Variation.
Why variation, Oladayo?
I just feel like...
And you're feeling good about your chances?
I'm not feeling.
Subtopics, partial and joint variation.
Joint.
Question 3 for 60 yields. H varies jointly as P and M and varies inversely as T, given that H is equal to 4, P is equal to 3, and M is equal to 2, and T is equal to 1. Find the value of H when P is equal to 6, M is equal to 4, and T is equal to 8 over 5. 8, 10, 6, 1 to 8 over 5. The correct answer is 10. Jimo got that one correct, and she gets 60 yields. Madhu, at this point, I need to let you know you're on the warning list. You have to answer the next question correctly, otherwise you'll be eliminated from the competition. Jimo, you get to select the next topic.
Business organization.
Subtopics, economies of scale and limited liability.
Limited liability.
Limited liability. For 85 yields, a form of business organization where the owner's liability is limited is known as partnership, limited liability company, cooperative society, sole proprietorship. A form of business organization where the owner's liability is limited is known as. The correct answer is limited liability company. Everybody except Jesse got that one correctly, and you all get 10 yields added to your bonds. C, you get to select the next topic.
Environmental resources.
Subtopics, atmospheric and water.
Atmospheric.
Atmospheric. I was almost sure you would go for water. Why atmospheric?
Because I knew you would think I'll go for water.
Jesse, Bilal, and Kamsi have chosen to use their joker on this question. Question 5 for 115 yields. The instrument used in measuring the direction of wind is wind vane, anemometer, hydrometer, barometer. The instrument used in measuring the direction of wind is. Did they get it correctly or were they wrong? We'll find out right after the break.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Mother Nature has blessed us with abundance, providing all we need, ensuring that access to wholesome foods remains everyone's right. And at Black Country Farms, we're committed to ensuring every man, woman, and child gets the nourishment they deserve. Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home.
In Africa lies the power to nourish the world. Africa's soil nurtures plant life, sustaining communities and fostering growth and development. OCP Africa enriches our soil, making it deliver better yields. OCP Africa, committed to our continent.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Welcome back to Brightest National Agric Science Quiz Contest, and we are in the semi-finals. Before the break, I asked the question, the instruments used in measuring the direction of wind is? All 9 semi-finalists said wind vane, and wind vane is the correct answer. Every contestant has earned 12 yields. However, Bilal, Kamsi, Jesse, and Oladayo, who chose to use their jokers on this question, have earned an additional 200 yields put in their barns. Apostle, you once again answered correctly in the shortest amount of time. You get to select the next topic.
Trade.
Subtopics, small scale and large scale.
Small scale.
You like small scale trade? Madu, Habib, Jimo, and Ima have chosen to use their joker on this question. For 150 yields, here is question 6. The advantages of market trading include the following except saving of time, high prices, competition among the traders, attraction to customers. The advantages of market trading include the following except. Madu, high prices was your answer. Do you want to tell me why?
When you're trading, everybody always tries to look for the least amount possible but gets the most for their money. So high price is not an advantage at all.
You are correct. High prices is the correct answer. You get to select the next topic.
Sorry.
Subtopics, structure and texture.
Texture.
Question 7 for 190 yields. And Naya has chosen to use her joker on this question. Which soil particle has a range of particles below 0.002 millimeters? Fine sand, gravel, clay, silt. Naya, do you want to tell me why you chose clay as the answer?
I've read it before in my textbook.
So you're confident it's the correct answer?
Yes, ma'am.
You are correct. Clay is the correct answer. Naya, because you chose to use your joker on that question, you have 200 additional yields put in your barn. Oladayo, Madu, Jesse, and Jimo also got that question correctly. Kamsi and Habib, I have you on my warning list. You have to answer the next question correctly to avoid being eliminated from the competition. Naya, you get to pick the next topic.
Crop improvement.
Subtopics, meaning and process.
Meaning.
Here is question 8 for 235 yields. The sum total of all observable features of an organism is known as genotype, homozygous, phenotype, haploid. Oladayo, you answered phenotype. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you?
Maybe 8.
8 is good enough. It is the correct answer. Madu, Oladayo, Jimo, Neye, Habib, Kamsi, Jesse, and Ima got that question correctly. Bilal, I have you on my warning list. You have to answer the next question correctly to avoid elimination from the competition. Habib, you answered that question correctly in the shortest amount of time. You get to select the next topic.
Money.
I like money. Do you?
I love money.
You love money. I love that. Subtopics, qualities and inflation.
Qualities.
Here is question 9 for 285 yields. Which of the following is not a quality of money? Acceptability, divisibility, durability, predictability. Which of the following is not a quality of money? The correct answer is not divisibility. Predictability is the correct answer. Habib, You really do love money. You get to select the next topic.
Air.
Subtopics: dissolved air and water vapor.
Dissolved air.
I would like to remind you all at this point, if you have not yet used your joker, this is your last chance. Question 10 for 340 yields. What gas do plants use for respiration? Oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and hydrogen. What gas do plants use for respiration? The correct answer is not carbon dioxide. We'll find out the correct answer right after the break.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
In Africa lies the power to nourish the world. Africa's soil nurtures plant life, sustaining communities and fostering growth and development. OCP Africa enriches our soil, making it deliver better yields. OCP Africa, committed to our continent.
Mother Nature has blessed us with abundance, providing all we need, ensuring that access to wholesome foods remains everyone's right. And at Black Country Farms, we're committed to ensuring every man, woman, and child gets the nourishment they deserve. Black Country Farms, a hearty meal in every home.
Brightest, brought to you by OCP Africa and Black Country Farms.
Welcome back to Brightest, the biggest crowd-funded educational contest in Africa. Now, before the break, I asked the question, what gas do plants use for respiration? The correct answer is oxygen. Kamsi, Habib, and Oladayo answered that one correctly, and you each get 113 yields added to your barn. Bright minds, you all know the drill. From question 11, you have the choice to opt in or out of the question. You can choose to do this after the subtopic is revealed, but before the question is shown. If you opt in and you answer correctly, the yields will be split equally among those of you who answer correctly. But if you get it wrong, 20% of the question's yields will be deducted from your barns. From this point, you also have the option of barning it. If you barn it, you are prevented from answering any further questions, but all the yields you have in your barn will be preserved. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. Oladayo, you get to select the next topic. Cell. Subtopics: osmosis and reproduction. Reproduction. For 500 yields, one of these is not a type of asexual reproduction. Fragmentation, bubbing, sporulation, parthenogenesis. One of these is not a type of asexual reproduction. Bubbing was the right answer. Ima, Jimo, Madu, Habib, and Oladayo answered that one correctly, and you get to split 500 yields equally among you. Madu, you don't look excited. You are the semi-finals. It's a big deal. Do you want to tell me why?
The scores are not what I expected.
They're not what you expected. I like your honesty, and it is what it is. What topic would you like to go for?
Alternative economics.
Subtopic: socialism and mixed economy.
Socialism.
Naye has chosen to opt out of this question. Jimo has also chosen to opt out of this question. Question 12 for 600 yields. Which of the following is not a feature of socialism? Socialism is a movement, more equally distributed incomes, freedom of consumption choices, private property. Which of the following is not a feature of socialism? Jesse, you answered private property. Socialism is a system where nobody has any undue advantage over the other. Everybody is equal. Private property is the correct answer, and you are correct. Jesse, you answered that question correctly in the shortest amount of time. What would you like to go for?
Genetics.
Subtopics: heredity and chromosomes.
Heredity.
Heredity. Question 13 for 700 yields. Which organism has one pair of identical genes? An allelomorph, a diploid, a homozygote, a hybrid. Which organism has one pair of identical genes? Apostle, what is a homozygote?
It's just like maybe a chromosome that has a pair of identical genes. When it's a pair of non-identical genes, then it's heterozygote.
You are correct. That is the answer, a homozygote. Jesse, there are 2 topics left, sulfur and trigonometry. Which would you like to go for?
Sulfur.
Subtopics, extraction and compounds.
Compounds.
Naya, Ima, Jimo, and Habib have chosen to opt out of this question. Question 14 for 800 yields. Jesse, you chose the question. Why have you now chosen to opt out? Are you trying to make things difficult for other people, but not yourself?
Something like that.
Something like that. Okay, Naya, Ima, Jimo, Habib, and Jesse have chosen to opt out of the competition. This leaves Bilal, Aladayo, and Kamsi. Bilal, I'll allow you to select the subtopic since you're playing.
Compounds.
Compounds. Question 14 for 800 yields. The sulfur cycle is otherwise known as gaseous cycles, soil cycles, elemental cycles, biogeochemical cycle. The sulfur cycle is otherwise known as. Jesse, if you had answered this question, what would your answer have been?
Biogeochemical cycle.
If you had said biogeochemical cycle, you would have been
correct.
Correct. Bilal, Kamsi, and Oladayo, you got that one correctly. You took a risk and it paid off. You have 266 yields, each added to your barns. This is the last question on the first episode of the semi-finals of Brightest National Agric Science Quiz Competition. Trigonometry, Bilal, you get to select the subtopic.
Application.
Neye, Jesse, and Oladayo have chosen to opt out of this question. For the rest of you who will be answering the question, if you get it correctly, 1,000 yields will be split equally among you. For 1,000 yields, here is question 15. 2 ships leave port at the same time, one steaming at 5 km per hour on a bearing of 46 degrees northeast, and the other at 9 km per hour on a bearing of 53 degrees southeast. How far apart are the ships after 2 hours? 21.19 kilometers, 19.18 kilometers, 10.59 kilometers, and 18.11 kilometers. Bilal, what was your answer?
21.19.
How did you arrive at that answer?
I didn't calculate it, ma'am.
There was no time to calculate,
exactly.
So you just chose?
Yeah.
Ima, what was your answer?
21.19.
Was that also a lucky guess?
Yes, ma'am.
The correct answer was not 21.19 kilometers. 19.18 kilometers is the correct answer. Sadly, nobody got that one correctly. And Kamsi, Ima, Madu, Jimo, Bilal, and Habib, you each have 200 yields deducted from your barns.
From over 16,000 students that registered for the Brightest National Agric Science Quiz Contest, we're left with the best 81 from across all the zones in Nigeria. We need your support to raise 100 million naira for their university education, and we're counting on you to make their dreams a reality. Visit www.brighteststudents.com/donations to make your donations today. No amount is too small. We know with you, we can raise the 100 million naira. Brightest National Agric Science Contest Fund is managed by Providus Bank.
still Brightest, National Agric Science Quiz Contest. After the first semi-final episode of Brightest, here are the current standings of these 9 bright minds. Oladayo, you have 813 yields. Interestingly, none of you was eliminated from this round of the competition. I do hope that your scores will be good enough to get you a big slice of the scholarship fund. A round of applause for these bright minds. That has been our show, the first semi-final episode right here on Brightest. We'd like to express our profound gratitude to our headline sponsors. We'd also like to thank you, our viewers, our funders, for staying with us this far. Remember, it is one person that gives birth to a child. However, it is the entire community that trains the child. Have a good night.
It's time to say goodbye on today's Brightest National Agric Science Contest. But you can join the conversation at Brightest Quiz on Instagram, TikTok, and X, formerly Twitter. Or watch this and many more episodes. Subscribe to Just Media _TV on YouTube.